Call me crazy, call me crazy. I don't really care. But it is about 11:30 p.m. and I am hearing the Ram call me. Call me crazy, call me crazy. But again, it's about 11:30 p.m. Nice, cool night for the summertime. It's a nice, cool night. It's not hot. It's not humid. I'm enjoying the weather. But the Ram is calling me. I have a oneness with my vehicles, with whatever God has blessed me to be a steward of. I do have a oneness with them, whatever they may be, plants, mechanical, or whatever. But I got to see what the Ram wants to say. And we'll find out together. Because there is something to be heard. I wanted to do it at midnight, but it was like, no, go now. So let's see what's going to be said. She tall, so I have to use a step ladder. And let me get her. This is my step ladder I use to get in my truck. She tall. She kind of got a long way to get up there. Kind of could explain why I got this. People be like, why you got that big old tall truck? And one of the reasons I could say I did get this tall truck is because in one stage of my life, maybe about 2 years ago, well, I could say, I don't know how long I had the truck, maybe going on 4 years. So wow, time really goes by. But maybe about 4 years ago, me and my spirit felt very tall. And I'm going to turn the light off. But I was feeling very tall in my spirit, like a giant. So it was like I felt, I don't know, I had to get a vehicle that matched my spirit. I felt like a giant. And I say, man, I want me a big boy truck. And lo and behold, maybe like 3 weeks later, I got me a big boy truck. Just right place, right time, right amount of money. It fell into place. And then months later, or maybe like a year later, I relocated, and mind you, my spirit was still feeling like a giant. It was like I had to move in cathedral height, tall ceiling type home. I knew that I wanted a tall ceiling. And lo and behold, the next place I relocated to had tall ceilings. And what's so strange about it, that tall ceiling house had a mirror way up high. Who could look inside of that mirror close to the ceiling of the house? So it was like the 2+ years I stayed in that home, I knew I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I knew that an angelic spirit was there. A tall spirit was there, because it's like before that, my spirit was already being prepared to feel like a giant, to feel tall. And for me to move in the home with a mirror almost to the ceiling of this tall house, ceiling house. The mirror was up there. Who in the natural can see in that mirror? So I knew in that home there was an angelic being. My angel was there. So I guess that's the opening of this ram calling me. So Father, whatever you want to speak through me to your people, let us know what needs to be known. I haven't been led to read the cards for a while. The last reading I did was really for someone else, but everything was blocking me from delivering it to the person in the normal way that I usually would do it. So I decided to put it on YouTube, and they could see it through that route. But I haven't really been led to read the cards. So intuitively, this is what is being said. Let me crank the truck up and turn the air on, because I don't want to feel stifled. So my ram, she likes music. And I went through a phase with my vehicle whereas I was preferring to sell my truck. But everything in whatever could come up came up for me not to sell the truck. One issue after another kept coming up that blocked me from selling my truck. My logic was to sell my truck and make another major money move. But a lot of things may seem right for us to our mindset, but we really need to make sure that's what God wants us to do. What may be right to us may not be right for what's going on in the spirit realm or what God wants us to do. Let me turn this air down. I got cold that fast. Wow. But again, my truck likes music. In my other vehicle, we don't ride with music because that's my meditation time. When I'm in my other vehicle, that's my meditation time. I'm in quietness. I'm in a whole nother world. Feels like when I get in my other vehicle, it's like I'm in another world. And that's time for me to really what my objective is to see if my mind is blank. I really be doing a checkup on my mindset a lot through the days. Many times through the day, I have to assure that my mind is blank. If God is not bringing me the thoughts, I really don't need to be thinking about nothing else. And that goes for us all. But that's a process. But at some point in time, we have to get to where our mind is quiet. You know, our minds have been running the show for so long. But it's time to be listening to what our spirit, our intuition, our highest self is saying to us. We need to be hearing from something else from within, not the mind only. Let our thoughts be stimulated from what our spirits are saying, what our intuition is saying, what God is saying, what our spirit within, our higher self is saying. So when I'm in my other vehicle, that's my time. That is, I'm in total meditation. While I'm driving, I'm analyzing my mindset. I'm analyzing my mindset to make sure that it's still in a no thought mode. I'm doing it right now because I want to make sure that I'm not coming from my mind. I want to make sure what I'm saying is coming from my spirit, from my heart, from my intuition, from my higher self, from God. But yes, the Ram is speaking. I have a Dodge Ram 1500. And again, I'm one with my vehicles, even though it's a machine. I become one with them. I can feel, I sense what's going on with them. And believe it or not, they can sense what's going on with me too. Call me crazy, call me crazy, call me crazy. I really don't care. Jesus, cold. Woo! Let me turn the vent. Okay. All right. Something just hit me real hard right then. A lot of us could be feeling cold. Are we feeling left out in the cold, or are we feeling cold towards people? Are we having a cold heart? This ain't the time for that. God is calling us to something higher. The universe is calling us to something higher. And all of that old, stagnated, cold energy, vibrations, frequencies, it can't go. It can't go where God is calling us to. We can't treat people from that cold heart of what somebody else we think did to us. I posted a post, I think it was my last post I did tonight on Facebook. I said, oh gosh, it just left my mind, Father. What did I say? Oh yes, I don't think it was the last one. I think it might have been the second to the last one. I said, oh wow. Negative energies or negative emotions can't come with us to this new calling. In other words, that's what it basically meant. I can't even remember the words right now. But in other words, whatever negative disappointments in life, hard knock life, bumps and bruises, whatever life brought to us and we were disappointed, hurt, we can't take that with us to the higher calling. We will be desiring the higher calling, but you won't find yourself receiving it because you can't take that old stuff, baggage with you. We can't bring it with us. Oh, Father. So again, if we're feeling like we're left out in the cold, or we have a cold heart, or we're feeling just cold, there's a ram in the bush. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Speak, ram. Speak, Father. Here it comes. That's what's being said. If you're feeling cold, feeling dry, abandoned, lonely, cold-hearted, just in a cold energy, stagnant. You know your heart is calling you to something, but you are cold towards it. You don't want to accept it because of past negative energies, treatment of life in the past. It could have been yesterday. But you know in your heart, God is calling you to a higher level. And you know in your heart you want to go so bad. But you're feeling cold. Or you're feeling cold like nothing is moving. Things are stagnant. But you know in your heart the universe is calling you to a higher level. You know that it's something higher, bigger, and better that's on the horizon. So what God, the universe, is saying to us is, no matter where we fit in on that feeling cold, whether we're feeling lonely or whether we're feeling like we were left out in the cold, or whether we're feeling like our life is cold, nothing's moving, or whether we're feeling cold because of the pain and hurt treatment of life did to us, know that there's a ram in the bush. God is calling us to a higher level. And we cannot bring along those emotions, those frequencies, energies of that coldness. We have to cut it off, let it go. Let bygones be bygones. And let us go forward and receive this ram in the bush. A lot of us Even right now, a lot of us even see the ram in the bush. But because of the coldness, you'll let that ram stay stuck and tangled, waiting to be delivered. If you don't deliver the ram out of the bush, God got a deliverer. If you are the ram that's in the bush, all tangled up in branches and weeds or whatever, your horns are stuck, can't move, believe me, God got a deliverer. Or if you're that person that's looking for something out of life and it's not here, they left you, you don't have whatever life did to you, you're disappointed, you're hurt, believe me, God got a ram in the bush. But you have to let bygones be bygones and go get your ram out of that bush. And ram that's in the bush, know that God has a deliverer. Have a blessed night.